welcome back to Adventures in the Schoolhouse. We are doing letter A for apple, and we have a fun lesson that we created on our website for you at www.adventuresintheschoolhouse.com. And we're learning all about apples and everything we can do with an apple. So learning all about some fun crafts today. These are crafts that all can be made just out of a simple paper plate. So we have this one here. This is our yarn apple craft that is so adorable, and it helps kids with fine motor and lacing and sewing, which is a precursor to writing, building that pencil grip and those strong muscles. We have a video for this. You can check that out on our website, and that is just out of a paper plate and some yarn. Today we are making these half-eaten apple cores with just, again, a paper plate, some paint, and some construction paper. So we're going to dive into that, as well as a large apple. We can make them red, yellow, or green, your choice, with just a paper plate, some paper, and some glue. So we're gonna jump into this now. First up, we are going to make the apple core. Here's our simple supplies for our apple core: a dessert plate, construction paper, scissors, a Sharpie, and whatever color apple you would like to make. A green apple, a yellow apple, or a red apple. And we just need a little bit of paint and a brush. So first things first, we're going to get our dessert plate. Again, great fun motor activity for the kiddos. And for the little ones, they'll need moms to help with the cutting. So here's our little half-eaten apple core. We've got this one ready, and we are just gonna take some paint, mix it up, and brush that on. We're gonna make a red, delicious apple. This is like a under 5-minute craft, and it's just so cute and fun, even for the youngest kiddos, even for the really littles. We are going to use the Sharpie to create little seeds. And all our students know that another word for seeds is pips, P-I-P-S. So we're going to draw on our pips now, so you can either help your child or let them do that on their own. Just right in the center of the core, 2 little ovals. Now for the stem and for the leaves, and again, we have dissecting apples, and we're learning the anatomy in apples. So we have that apple anatomy sheet on our website. You can download it, and your kids can do it at home. So they label the apple, and they're learning all about the anatomy. So we've got the core, the pips or the seeds, and now we're going to add a stem and some leaves. So with just some scrap paper, we have kind of a greenish brown scrap paper. We're gonna have the students use that pencil grip and tear some uneven pieces. And I like that they're irregular and uneven. We don't want the leaves to look perfect, because in nature they're not, right? So we want them to be as authentic as possible and original. For the stem, I'm just gonna go ahead and cut a small stem out of brown construction paper. And again, just for time's sake, I'm gonna go ahead and use the glue gun. But in real life, at home with your kids, you can have them just dot, dot, knot a lot with Elmer's glue on the back. We're gonna let that one dry, and when it's all done, they are going to dry and look just like this. All right, guys, so now we're gonna make an apple out of a plate. So we're gonna make a big Granny Smith, or a delicious red, or a golden yellow. So it's just up to you which color you want to make. And again, it's just construction paper and some glue. So simple supplies: a plate. I have a boat of such Elmer's glue, or you can use Mod Podge, a brush, and some paper. So I'm gonna get my paper now. We're just gonna do red. I'm gonna tear the pieces. But first, I am going to paint my plate with glue. This is a great activity for, again, that fine motor and that pencil grip, which is the same grip that we're using when we use a paintbrush or a pencil, when we're holding our pen, crayons, chalk. So just to strengthen and build that fine motor in little ones' hands. So we're gonna have a couple layers. We're gonna first put down, again, a rough layer, and we're gonna continue painting it with our glue. Okay guys, so we have this all filled up one time around, and now we're gonna add more glue and just paint over it. And this will give it that shiny kind of shellac finish, if you will. Now I have my brown construction paper or cardstock. And just as we did before, we're gonna go ahead and cut a stem. And we're gonna cut 2 leaves. I happen to have these handy, so I'm gonna use these. Pick out a couple leaves. A lot of kids aren't used to seeing leaves on apples, but you can do another fun extension activity and go to an apple orchard and pick apples as a family. And that's such a fun family field trip to do with your kids and explore all things apples. Same with this little guy. We have to let him sit and dry because he's all wet and covered with glue. And when he's dry, he'll look like this. So a red delicious apple made out of a paper plate, super easy and fun craft to work on fine motor at home with your kids. All of these crafts take less than 5 minutes to make, and super fun and easy with supplies you have at home, paper plate and some paper, so very easy. All right guys, we hope you had fun joining our adventure in apples, and we hope you have a fun family adventure of your own with all these extension activities and our lesson. Come join our adventure in the Little Red Schoolhouse, and don't forget to turn on those bell notifications, like, comment, and subscribe to our YouTube channel.